Hey, what's up guys? For today's vlog, we're just going to... Today is a very special day. Today is Veterans Day, and I want to give a huge thank you, first of all, to all the veterans out there. Thank you all for your service. I'm a veteran myself, and today we are going to go through a bunch of pictures from my time in the military. This is my military journey. I joined the military July 9th of 2008. I enlisted with Sergeant Baker. I served 6 years in the New Mexico National Guard. I went to basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, trained to be 11 Bravo, which is infantry. I was graduation. My family, again, huge support, came down to the heat of Georgia. My Aunt Shaniqua was there too. Previously that summer, I had gone to one of my best friends, Ben Carr, went to his graduation from Marine boot camp in San Diego at Camp Pendleton. He was a big inspiration for me joining the military as well. Semper Fi, Marine. I guess we always wanted to be in the military. At my aunt and uncle's house, we'd all run around in the woods up there playing airsoft and having airsoft battles, and we all get decked out with our guns. That was my cousin Taylor, myself, Ben Carr, Ben Gomez, and I think his name was Anthony on the far right. We had some good times there. Once I got to my unit in New Mexico, I connected with Bermudez, Kane Kusaro, Ray Erickson, another great friend of mine through the military, Ramey Rivera. You guys, they showed me the ropes. They showed me how to navigate these dangerous waters. It was during my time in the military that I really started playing more guitar too. This was one of the very first songs that I ever uploaded to YouTube. You're gonna kiss me all night. Are we gonna do this so wild? I think you know I love you a lot. I think we got a real good shot. You're gonna kiss me all night. I deployed with Charlie Company, 1st 200th Infantry, to Kosovo and went to Fort Atterbury, Indiana to train. It was one of the coldest places I've ever been. It was like negative 13, 14 degrees, negative 17. I don't even remember. It was cold. We were still out there training in the freezing snow. Those guys, we put in some work during those weeks. We got OC sprayed and had to go through a combat course after getting sprayed. I'll tell you a story about it. That's Martinez and I remember the funniest thing, we went to get, he's gonna be mad at me. He's gonna be mad at me for telling you this. But we went to go get pizza, and while we were ordering pizza, we walked in, our eyes were still so irritated by it that when we were trying to just order pizza in the light, we were like crying, like our eyes were all watering, so we were like, I'll take a pepperoni, I'll take a slice of pepperoni. It was hilarious. That was brutal. That sucked. Landed in Kosovo. It was a NATO mission, so there were military from a whole bunch of different countries there. Beautiful, beautiful countryside. We drove up and down all these hills, went all these missions. These are the boys right there. Isaac Vigil, Nick Calderon. You got the wrong rank on your chest, boy. Calderon. Where's your broomstick? Calderon. Those guys were the ones that dubbed me Fatty Matty. We all had good nicknames for each other. Flew all over in Black Hawks the entire time. That was a cool part of it. Got to fly around a lot. That's the team right there. That's the Gate 1 Grunts. That was our flag football team. We dominated. Others might disagree, but nah, that's what happened. Squad goals for real right there. We did riot control training. That's why we've got all that weird gear on. It's like football on steroids with no ball. Two of the funniest stories about riot control. First one, okay, so we had a force-on-force mission, us versus a Polish company. And so we lined up on opposites of the end of the field, pretty much like Braveheart or something. Like, it was about to go down. They just started charging. And all I remember is that at some point, it just turned into an all-out brawl. It was just full force fighting. fighting. It was this massive ball of people and everybody was just jumping in on each other and punching each other, and finally had to break us all up. That's number one. Number two, after getting trained ourselves, went back to our company to go train the rest of our platoons. All I remember is us being lined up, taught them what they needed to do, and now it was force on force. And they had their line set, but some of the guys on this one end of the line weren't paying very close attention to what was happening. And I remember Martinez capitalizing on this. Here's what happened. Basically, Martinez sees this guy kind of just like, So Martinez comes like, literally takes steps back, amps up to run, and just, boom! Shoulder checks this guy. He flies like 10 feet across the ground. It was one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen. Right before I deployed, I'd really started playing more guitar. I knew that I was about to deploy. I had wanted to buy another guitar, and I had been shopping around. I found one guitar that I really, really liked. A pretty rare guitar. It's called a Boulder Creek. But I was like, I don't want to buy it and then have to ship it to Kosovo. I don't know what to expect when we get deployed. So I had found out that there was a little guitar shop on the base, and within a day or two of being there, I went down to the guitar shop. I met the guy. His name's Ilir. And one of the best people I've ever met in this whole world. And here's what he said: show me if you can play on one of these guitars that we have in here, and if you can play, then I'll pull out some of these nicer guitars. I don't know why he pulled out the nicer guitars, because at that time I had no idea. Like, I was not very good at playing, but he was generous and he was kind, and he pulled them out. 2 Martins, a Taylor, and the last guitar that he pulled out, lo and behold, was a Boulder Creek solitaire guitar. Was this white guitar. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how do you have a Boulder Creek guitar here in Kosovo in this tiny little shop? It blew my mind. He gave me a discount. I bought the guitar and I still have it. Check this out. Morgan, yeah. Oh yeah, there she is. So, brought the guitar back with me. Written some good songs on that guitar. Every chance I had, I played that guitar when I was deployed. And you can ask anybody I was deployed with, especially the guys in my squad. I played the same songs over and over and over and over again. I'm pretty sure I annoyed the crap out of them. One song in particular, Neon by John Mayer. I don't know that they could ever listen to that song again the same way because of how many times I played it terribly. Coming home from deployment, it's one of my favorite pictures in the world. Seeing my mom. I know I made you worry, Mom. Sorry. But thank you so much for supporting. I think that picture says it all. My family came down when I got home. Aunt Lulu, my Aunt Karen, 2 of my cousins, Tiffany and Emily came down. They even put an article about it in the newspaper. It was super cool. But I was glad to be home. I was released from the military on July 9th of 2014. And I've been playing music ever since, but I miss those guys all the time. It's been an honor to serve alongside people like that. I learned so much from all these guys, and was just honored to be surrounded by people that knew so much more than I did and that I could learn from. I'm proud to be part of my family that served this country. My mom's dad and my dad's dad, and 2 of my other cousins now are serving our country, Kevin and Bear. I'm just thankful to have been a part of it.